Hello, hello, and welcome. It is March 21st, 2025, and it's a beautiful day we're enjoying here today in Los Angeles. Boy, do I have an exciting video for you guys today. 3 different topics we're going to be discussing. Number 1, our beloved NinjaTrader is joining the popular cryptocurrency exchange Kraken. They have 15 million clients and growing. That's the first topic. Number 2, we're going to be discussing a monster backtest for the spoos, the signals for which I received from a client of mine who had run the signals and generated them by hand 5 days at a time, according to the email that he sent to me. And he did it for 2 years and 2 months. So stay tuned for that. And number 3, I'm going to be discussing the trades for both NQ and ES for today, March 21st, Friday, as well as for yesterday's trades, Thursday. And one of those trades, one of those instruments had a losing day. But before we jump in, to those of you that are new, my name is Rafi Soshikian. I'm the principal here at Pinnacle Quant LLC. I'm a licensed and registered commodity trading advisor. I'm a software engineer, and I'm also a registered vendor within the NinjaTrader ecosystem. So let's jump right in. I received this email yesterday morning from Martin Franchi, who is the CEO of NinjaTrader. So let me just go and read it for you guys. It's, Dear Rafi, as you may have seen, NinjaTrader has agreed to be acquired by Kraken, one of the longest standing, most liquid and secure crypto platforms trusted by more than 15 million clients globally. Now, what he didn't include in that email is they're also listed in the US. So it's a United States, a cryptocurrency exchange. It's not listed in the Bahamas or in the Cayman Islands. You guys understand where I'm going with that. While I encourage you to read the official press release announcing this news, I want to directly address what this means for you as a valued NinjaTrader ecosystem vendor. First and foremost, nothing about your partnership with NinjaTrader will change. That's an important statement right there, okay? We will continue to strive to work with you to build the strongest and most innovative trading experience in the industry. And they have done that. I've been with them since, I've been coding for NinjaTrader, not with them, but I've been coding with NinjaTrader since it had just transitioned from 6.5 to NinjaTrader 7. And I can tell you, man, it's a huge difference in what I can do, the level of acrobatics that I can do in the code using NinjaTrader 8 versus NinjaTrader 7. So these guys are definitely working. And I personally know several of the executives within NinjaTrader, and I can tell you that they're great people. They are teams that are devoted to desktop. They're teams devoted to mobile. I mean, they're doing everything possible to build beautiful software for us, okay? The same can be said for your customers' relationships with NinjaTrader, okay? Their accounts, details, funds, platform access, pricing, and the high quality service they come to expect will all remain exactly as they are today. They don't need to take any action, another important thing. Their trading experience will continue uninterrupted, okay? So in case anybody had any questions, there it is. That's the CEO saying exactly what I just read. So NinjaTrader will operate as a standalone platform with Kraken's broader suite of trading and payments applications. While your current experience won't change, this acquisition means you can look forward to expanded trading opportunities, including enhanced access to crypto markets for you and your customers, in addition to the futures trading you currently enjoy. If you're not familiar with Kraken, they have built a powerful crypto trading infrastructure with institutional grade execution, deep liquidity, a strong commitment to security, all with the vision of enabling seamless trading for any asset, anytime. Crypto trades 24/7. By combining NinjaTrader's professional analytics and futures execution with Kraken's robust crypto capabilities, you'll have access to an even more comprehensive set of trading opportunities. We deeply appreciate the trust you place in us and recognize the essential role you play in our shared success. As we move forward, our team remains dedicated to expanding opportunities that benefit you, your clients, and the overall NinjaTrader ecosystem. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here for you. Thank you for being a valued part of NinjaTrader. Sincerely, Martin Franchi. All right, so what does this mean for Price Action Pivoter version 5 AI, the machine learning-based, Python-based real-time LSTM model, which I call Higher Edge AI, as it's running pretty much any futures instrument that has at least 22.5 hours of data? That means that, God willing, in the future, in addition to the ability to trade futures as we've been doing, we may have the ability to also trade cryptocurrency as well, okay? I have not tested that yet. I have not been given any access to anything yet because they have not formalized anything yet with Kraken. So I believe it's going to happen sometime by the end of the second quarter. For now, we may have additional access to cryptocurrency for those who also are considering trading cryptocurrency. So that's the first order of business that I want to discuss. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know. If there's something that I don't know, I will research it, I'll find out, and I'll get back to you. But from what I understand, nothing is changing. So let's move on to the second order of business here. I wanted to share with you guys the back test. Right off the bat, boom. No, actually, that's NQ. Wrong boom. This is the boom I wanted to talk about. ES, okay? So this is the file name that I got. I'll discuss that in the email that the client sent me. And to that client, I'm not going to obviously call him out, but thank you for sharing this. I really appreciate it. And I'll discuss that more here in a minute. But essentially, the data that he generated January 2nd, 2023 until March 5th of 2025, I ran it. It took my machine a very long time. Okay, it took approximately 32 hours, something like that. It could have potentially been a little bit more than that as well. I didn't watch it like a hawk because I ran it over the weekend and I wasn't in front of my machine. These are the results, and it is from January 2nd, 2023 until March 5th, 2025. He ran it on his back test with these measured moves at 0. So in essence, it ignored the measured move. And to those who don't know what a measured move is, I have other videos on that, but I'll briefly discuss it in this video as well. But he ran it at 0. I've run it at $200 in my back test, and I continue to do that. And these were the results. Okay, guys, 2,306 trades for the SPOOs, and we can break it down by the year. Okay, that's 23, 24, 25. This is the max drawdown for each of those years, and this was the net profit. Obviously, as I've said in all videos, we're running it on one contract, and we are essentially running it on all of the stuff that I've always shown. So $5,000 net session profit limit, $1,000 net session loss limit, 25 on the trade numbers, and then for the trailing peak stuff, it's 800, 450 on both sides, 1,200 profit target, $500 stop, and one contract. Those were the results. This client went back 5 days at a time, going back all the way until January 2nd of 2023. So a heartfelt thank you to the client, and he's allowing it to be shared for everybody. So essentially, all you need to do is just email me, and I'll send you this file if you want it, and so we can take it from there. But these are the monthlies. I'll go slowly, but you guys can rewind. I don't want to spend too much time on this because we run backtests before. I wanted to get to some other stuff in this video. So that's what that is. Let me share with you the email that he sent me. So this is the email that he sent. Hi, Rafi. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to share with you a large harvest of higher edge signals. It's higher edge AI signals for 01/02/23 until 03/05/2025. Please feel free to share them with other clients or on the website, however you like. Running a backtest on this takes about 8 hours on a Ryzen 9 9950. But the results will melt your mind. And that's the combined ES-TXT that you saw in the actual backtest that I used right there. I literally used the exact file that he gave to me. So first of all, I want to say something that is really an integral part of trading. And that is, and I know this is weird to say to some people who don't think of trading the way that I think of trading, having done this for 20 plus years, having talked to, I don't know, countless number of traders, including many funds, I look at it as not just a quantitative thing, which it is. I don't look at it just as data, which it is, but I also look at it at the next level, the next realm, the spiritual realm of someone saying, I'm going to do some work and help another member of the trading community, yet I will remain nameless. Think about that for just a minute. Imagine doing all that work. He ran this 5 days at a time, one at a time, combined it all and put it into a single TXT file so that he can run a backtest on it. He did all that work for himself, and he was willing to share it with others in the community. The measure you give will be the measure you get back. That's Bible right there. That's Luke 6:38. And that sense of community in trading is something that is, in my opinion, on the spiritual level, on the next realm, where you don't just think of yourself, but you think of community. Okay, nobody's gonna know your name, yet he's still doing it. That if you do that kind of stuff for others, without any reward, no selfie, no Instagram, no Facebook. Guys, look, I'm giving $20 to this homeless person. You know, nothing like that, because that person received their reward, right? That the reward was people got to put like on his Instagram or on the Facebook post. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about doing stuff that nobody's seeing. Just you doing it. The only person that saw it was the people who felt the benefit that you gave and God. That's the kind of reward that I'm talking about, and I firmly believe that the measure you give will be the measure you get back. Somehow, some way, the good that you put out is going to come back to you. All right, that's just my opinion. I hope that's helpful and beneficial. I believe 100% that it is. So let's also talk about the third topic. So I guess, so this is ES, but I also have NQ for you guys. So I ran them both. So I ran these guys on Thursday. And if you see the data series, I ran it for 5 days, but I ran it on Thursday. So this was run Thursday morning at around, I believe, midnight I started Thursday morning. So it was available for Thursday trading at 6:30 a.m. my time. And I just let it run through. I ran it for Thursday and Friday, and let's discuss parameters real quick. Let's get the technicals out of the way. So I ran it Monday through Friday. I just, when you're generating data, you want to select all 5 here. So Monday through Friday, and I have it at 1,250 desired profit for ES, 630, 1230, 200, 200 on the measured moves. And I said I'll discuss the measured moves. The measured move, guys, are the mid pivot point PHLs. So it's looking to see that before entry you have $200 of space until it gets to that next. If you're going short, this would be the line that it's looking at. If you're up here, if you're going long, then it's still looking at the same line, but you would be here. So this would be resistance if you're going long. This same line would be support if you're going short. So it's essentially looking at to be $200 or more away from that entry. All right. Some people will have this at 150. Some people will have it at 100. Some people will have it at 0 because they're essentially saying don't worry about any resistance or support lines. I'm just going to trust the higher edge AI signal, and that's it. I have not done it that way. I'm essentially doing it with $200. And some people ask, well, Rafi, what if that trade could have really made money if you had this at 0? The reason it didn't is because it waited until it crossed, and by the time it crossed, it was already here, and it essentially made a little bit of money. It had some unrealized profit, but then it went opposite my trade and the stop hit. Yes, that happens. That's, it's a give and take at everything that you do in trading. Okay, so the opposite side of that would be, what if it got exactly there and bounced right off of that support line and you took a loss? What if that happened? So that can happen too. I have it at 200. You can experiment with different numbers. Try it at 150, try it at 100, see what you like. I've always used 200. Okay, I have the same 5,000, 1,025, which I've always used. Again, I put out a community post on YouTube. If you guys are following me on YouTube, and if you're not, please follow me on YouTube, because that is my primary mode of communication to all of the clients, because it's really faster for me to do it that way than for me to set up an email, send the email. Some clients will say, oh, my email provider didn't list it, or put it in limbo somewhere, or maybe put it in the junk folder or whatever. I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff, so I just put it on YouTube. I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notifications on YouTube so that you can see everything that I'm saying and I'm posting. So it's not just via videos. I also put community posts like I did yesterday. Okay, so 5,000, 1,000. In that community post, in one of the community posts, I put that if your desired objective is not to get the 5,000, but really to get to 1,500, let's just say as an example, then there is absolutely no reason for you to leave this at 5,000. This is a self-directed trading system, guys. So you have to make a determination as to what your objectives are. Okay, so if your objective was to make at $1,500, that's all you wanted to make today, why leave it at 5,000? Because you could hit your objective like in the first hour of trading, potentially, God willing, right? But then it continues trading and you give, let's say, most or all of it back, or even just half of it back. Really, you had what you wanted, but you sort of gave it back in the middle of the day because, let's say, the day ran through some turbulence or some news or something. So if that's your objective, $1,500, then stick with your objective. You have to have a plan and you have to stick to it. I have the 800, 450, and we can have examples and have discussions. What if I had it at 40 or had it at 35? Will it do better? Again, back test it, see what you like. Okay, go with what you like and stick to that. Whatever you plan, stick to it. Okay, 1,200 profit target, $500 stop. All right, quantity is one contract, pre-market is 1,500 for me. Of course, if you're in the East Coast, you're adding 3 hours here, guys, both sides. Okay, so these times are for Pacific Standard Time for me. All right, and flatten everything is at 12:59. All right, we're trading one contract. So those are the parameters we used. Let me just quickly go back to the beginning, which was Thursday. So there it is, Thursday. All right, guys, so check this out. Right off the bat, there was this trade right here. It entered right there. It looked like it was heading in the right direction, right? It was heading in the right direction. Still plenty of room until it gets to the next support line. But nope, it got bought out. Boom, stop hits, $500. Wow, right off the bat. A few bars later, you're out. guess what? The system gets a short signal again. It goes right there, takes out the stop. Had it gone a little, if my stop was not at $500, but if, again, this is the conversation that every trader has with themselves as they review trades, right? If it was not at $500, then it would get, if I had it higher, if I had it here and not here, that means if I had like another $250, $300, what is that, 5 handles? So $250 more, okay? So instead of $500 and $750, what would have happened? Woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? What would have happened? You would entered there. What would have happened? Was the signal terribly wrong? No, it was heading lower, okay? Because it's doing this off of a 2-hour time frame. So it was heading lower. The problem was because it's a volatile, and that's the kind of day that we've been having. And so in the past months, we've been backtesting with $500, but we have this kind of volatility now. We're still using $500, okay? And that's what happened. So it took out 2 losses. What is that? That's $1,000. Remember what we had? The net session loss limit was 1,000. And so because of that, did it look for further trades? Nope. The net session loss limit right there, net session loss, is $1,000, 1,000. So we're done for the day. Now, if $1,000, let's talk about this losing day. If $1,000 is too much, does the trader have other options? Absolutely. You can do the micros, MES, okay? It's 1/10 of the value. So all things being equal, you wouldn't put $500 there for your stop loss. It would be $50 for your stop loss. And a $50 loss here, $50 loss there, it would have been $100 on the MES product, okay? And so you would have just a $100 loss. Of course, you could trade 3 contracts, 4 contracts, 5 contracts. Your objective there, if you're trading micros, is to reduce your risk profile there, okay? So that's what it did. Now, I'm going to share with you guys the performance for the last 2 days. Okay, this is for ES because I'm going to get to the actual trades of Friday. So this is for the last 2 days of ES. All right, you can see the losses there for Thursday, okay, the 20th, 500, 500 right off the bat. Okay, just a few bar, 9 minutes. It was in the trade for 9 minutes, down 1,000. Okay, but that's the business of trading, guys. You're trading futures. Okay, so the higher the risk, the higher the reward. The lower the risk, the lower the reward. And so these trades from trade 3 to 9 are today, Friday. All right, those are the trades. It had this loss. Everything else did very well. And ultimately, in the last 2 days, it would have been up in the system, thank God, 2187. 9 trades altogether. I'm not mad here. I'm thanking God for the opportunity. So thank you, Lord, for the opportunity. Tomorrow's another day. That's how you have to look at it. So I wanted to make a video on losing days. All right. So here's a losing day, Thursday. On Thursday, I was also looking at NQ. I was also running NQ. So NQ did better. We'll discuss that in this video. But ES didn't. ES took these losses. Again, thank you, Lord, for the opportunity. Tomorrow's another day. And tomorrow came. I haven't changed anything. We're still running the same exact higher edge AI model. All right. We're still running the same exact one right there. It's been running the whole time. Okay, the whole time. So I have not changed it. I have not rebooted or anything. So let's just fast forward and see what happened today, Friday. So let's go and fix this up. All right, this is Friday. So this is the first trade. That was the winner. Now I want to discuss this part right here. You guys see what happened, right? So it reads stop loss, but it's obviously not a loss because you see the green line there, so it made money. What does that mean? The trailing stop kicked in and it moved the stop, right? It dynamically, automatically for you moved the stop from the $500 stop loss that it had, even initially had when it entered the trade, to book the unrealized profit. Now notice that when it hit that high right there, that's what it's counting that 50% off of. So that's the high for this trade. This right here, okay? That upper wick right there. That is the high. All right, so it's going to move the stop to the 50% mark of the unrealized peak high because we have it at 800, 450, right? Let's take a look at that again. Just to refresh everyone's memory, it's 800, 450, right? 800, 450. All right, so it moved it to 50% away from the unrealized peak high, which was right there. Now, if it would have been right there instead, I mean, we're talking, what is that, 1 tick? 1 tick. 1 tick away, okay? It would have gone all the way and hit that profit target. So when we discussed that 50, okay, Well, the question comes up, right? When you start second guessing things that you've done in the plans that you have. If this was at, instead of 50, this was 60% away, 65% away from the unrealized peak high, this trailing stop would not have gone off. It would have ultimately hit the profit target. What if? But what if you do that and it doesn't go your way? Okay, it wouldn't have hit the profit target, and this booked more money because it was 50% away from the unrealized peak high versus if it was, let's say, 75% away from the unrealized peak high, which it would have booked the unrealized profit somewhere here, right around there. Okay, do you see the difference? So this, in every change that you make in these parameters, it's a give and take. It's a give and take. There's a good and a bad, a yin and a yang in every single parameter change that you make. Okay, so that was the first trade. The second trade, another heartbreak. Look at that. So it's a $500 stop, 61.50, so less than 3 handles difference, okay? It ultimately would have hit that profit target, but nope, it took the loss. Now again, this isn't personal, it's not against me, it's not the market maker, it's not some devious hedge fund who bought the order flow information in advance. None of that is even possible with the CME because it's a centralized exchange. Okay, it's 100% electronic. Nobody is getting the data sooner than anybody else. It's shared at the same time to everyone. Okay, there are no market makers here. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just the market being the market, guys. That's what it is. This is the business of trading. The next trade after that hit the profit target. Boom. I mean, it just never looked back right from the entry. I mean, there's that little bit right there. But after that, it was just boom, all the way through. The trade after that, it went all the way up there. That's the trailing stop, booking that profit. That's why it shows stop loss, because it's the trailing stop is booking the profit. All right, so those long trade there, long trade here, long trade here. Price starts going the other way. The signals automatically have adjusted for that, and now it entered a short trade. Once again, the trailing stop moved it, and it booked the profit right there. It went up, went back. The signals are still coming in short. So this move right here, essentially the signals faded, okay? And it went short again. That also booked the profit. But by this time, the trailing stop moved in and booked the profit. But by this time, the signals have reverted back to going long. So it went long this time and hit the profit target again. Okay, the trade went against me right there. You see it about, what is that? 93 to 88. So let's say about 5.5 handles, 5.25. Yeah, 5.25 handles against me, and then it hit the profit target, and that was the end of it. Okay, so when we look at the analysis, bad day, we said, thank you, Lord, for the opportunity. Good day, thank you, Lord, for the win. Okay, either way, the serenity was not lost. Your joy was not taken. You did not give up your joy, because only you can give up your joy. Only you can give up your peace. And so you did not give it up. You essentially said, nope, I'm going to keep it what it is. So in the last 2 days, that's what we had. So it was 31.87 today with the max drawn out now 500. Yesterday it was just 2 losses in a row. Again, thank you, God, for the opportunity. And here, thank you, God, for the win. So that's ES, okay? Let's take a look at NQ. All right, this is NQ. So same parameters, all right? And I know you guys are going to say, well, Rafi, NQ is like more volatile, isn't it? Absolutely. It is more volatile than ES. But Rafi, you didn't change anything. Why didn't you put like a higher desired profit here? Why didn't you increase your stop from $500 to something else? Also, why didn't you increase your profit target from $1,200 to something higher? Because this has more room. Again, I'm demonstrating robustness, guys. You have to run your own back tests and see if you want to do that. If it warrants it for you to make those changes by running back tests and seeing if it does, in fact, indeed make sense based on your risk to reward objectives. Okay, so I'm using the same exact parameters that I did for ES just to demonstrate robustness. Okay, so 12:50, 6:30, 12:30, those are the times, 6:30 to 12:30 my time, Pacific Standard Time, obviously. You would change this if you're in Eastern Time. Another thing that I want to say in this video, guys, I've been noticing more as new clients are coming in, and I thank God for being able to serve all these new clients. Essentially, what's happening is people are buying new computers or getting new computers. The Microsoft OneDrive, guys, is well documented that it does not work with NinjaTrader. So you need to sign out of OneDrive. In fact, another client not only signed out of it, but in order for Microsoft to completely let go of all the NinjaTrader files that it was touching, he had to essentially set up a new account. So if you've already set up OneDrive, if that's running for you, if you're going to use NinjaTrader, particularly with Price Action Pivot or V5 AI, then you're going to have to sign out of completely OneDrive and, in fact, set up a whole new account, okay? Just set up a whole new account and do not sign in with that new account, all right? Just let it go. You cannot use OneDrive and use NinjaTrader and use the particular DLL file that I have to run Price Action Pivoter on your machine, because remember, this is an API key-based system. A key important element, a crux of that algorithm is sitting on my server. And so it needs to communicate to my server to not just read that particular algorithm, but also to create the files that are necessary to run the system. So the TXT file and the CSV files that are being generated and the session that is being generated is off of my server. It doesn't run without that, okay? So that's done as a security measure to make it impossible for anybody to try to game the system. All right, this is NQ that we are running it on. This is what it did for NQ. All right, this is NQ. Let us go back. Let me show you guys this first of all. So this is the 21st, so you guys can confirm. And that's the 20th. So ES yesterday, the 20th, took that $1,000 loss, right? NQ did much better. Now, NQ is a more volatile product. And so the trading that's happening on an already volatile product is going to be closer to the volatility that's being caused from the news than it is for a product that was less volatile like ES. I hope that made sense. So that is what it did. Let me just quickly go over it for the sake of time. This video is getting a bit long. It did really well yesterday, relatively speaking to ES. So let me just show you. So yesterday it had 1885 in net profit with a max drawdown of 1150. Today still did well. It was 915 up with a $505 max drawdown. And so those are the results over the last 2 days. You can take a look at the trades right there. So you can see it perfectly. Those were up until here. The 13th trade is from yesterday. 14 to 23 is today. Okay. Now, some of these you'll notice, like for example, I want you guys to pay attention to this one right here, $1,180. Also to the one from yesterday, $1,165. You guys see that, right? So MFE, maximum favorable excursion. This is the most amount of unrealized profit you had in the trade. Remember what our profit target is? It's at $1,200. Okay? Look how close we got. It booked $580 because the trailing stop moved, and here $590 because the trailing stop moved and booked it from 50% away from the unrealized peak high. All right? But if we had another $20 here, just another $20, Mr. Market, come on. Or if I had another $35 here, Mr. Market, why are you being like this? Well, that's how Mr. Market is. You just have to deal with it. Okay, so it came down to 580 here. We could have had, in essence, what I'm saying, guys, $1,200 profit target there and a $1,200 profit target here. But we can't. If I only had my profit target instead of at $1,200 at $1,125, then I would have booked $1,125. Yes, but there are times where if you just let it at $1,200, it was going to give you that $75 as well. Okay, so you know you just have to. It's whatever you change. Just remember, don't do it off of a couple of days or 3 days of data. Okay, that's not enough. All right, you look at these things at the minimum, absolute minimum by quarters, at the absolute minimum by quarters. But as I say to almost everybody that I speak to on the Zoom calls, this is a marathon. This is a marathon. We're not going to worry about what happens last week or last month. That's not how we think about these things. It's got to be for many, many years of an outlook, okay? Many years of an outlook. You can't have just a month-to-month outlook or a week-to-week or day-to-day outlook. These were the trades for Thursday, and these are the trades for today, Friday. Here we go, right off the bat, okay, $500 loss. Those hurt right off the bat. Those early morning trades, those 6:30, between 6:30 for me, 6:30 to 6:35, trades up until actually 640. Those initial trades, I mean, they hurt. They can go in your direction. You're like, yes, you know, that was a green bar that was forming right there. Yes, no, right? Just in the same bar. We didn't even finish the bar, guys. We're still like sipping on that first sip from the coffee, just that one sip. They didn't even last the one sip. Okay, $500 is gone. So that's how this business works. But it came back. Okay, enter long, booked it there. Enter the signal switch, enter short, booked it there, enter short, booked it there. This one lost, again, same thing. Just whoever these people are. I mean, come on, you guys. You didn't know this was going to happen? No, just kidding. So basically the stop, if it was a bigger stop, obviously this wouldn't have happened because directionally it was correct. But that stop essentially went off. That one hit the profit target of $1,200. That one lost $500. This one, the trailing stop hit and that booked it. This one took a loss right there. Ultimately, it was going to be correct, but took a loss right there. This one made money. The trailing stop booked it, and that was the end of it. This one was missed because, remember, the stop's looking for trades at 12:30. Okay, so this happened at 12:50, right? So if you look at the times, you'll notice, as in every video, it's stopping at 12:30. Our flatten everything time is 12:59, so it stopped at 12:30. Flatten everything is right there. 12:59. Okay, that's going to flatten everything. It's going to get you out of every single trade that you're in. And it's going to close all positions. All right, so that's what it was for, again, NQ. That essentially brings us to the end of this video. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, take care of yourselves and God bless.